Okay, we're going to move on to the final topic of today, and we're going to have a bit of fun with this one. So, recently, the good people over at Complex, shout out to Complex in the US, dropped a list titled The Best Hip-Hop Producer Alive every year since 1979. Now, first of all, it's great that producers are getting this kind of limelight and spotlight, so shout out to all the producers involved. But it got us thinking, looking at this list, how much we agree. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this whole list. Well, not the whole list. We're going to start in 1990.
Peter wanted to start in 1975.
Yeah. Before hip-hop even existed. But yeah, I feel you. So we're going to start from 1990.
Big up Sylvia Robinson.
Big up Sylvia Robinson all day. And we're basically going to go through the selections.
I hate this guy.
Listen, Sylvia Robinson is very important.
Salute. But he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Shout out Sugar Hill Records. Anyway, we're going to go through each of the selections from 1990 to 2021. We're going to go through Complex's selections, and we're going to name our own selections after. So, without further ado, we're going to start with 1990. Now, Complex had the Bomb Squad as the best producers for 1990 for their work on Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy and America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube. Pete, I'll start with you. Who did you have for 1990?
Yeah, I had Bomb Squad as well, man. You can't escape America's Most Wanted and Fear of Black Planet. Not at all.
Yep.
Not at all.
Same. Full house.
There's no argument.
No argument at all. Oh, we're off to a good
I
start.
had Large
guys.
Pro, honourable mention.
Large Pro's an honourable mention. I think Primo, DJ Premier, is an honourable mention as well because he was working with Lord Finesse and Mike Smooth.
Okay.
Pioneering album in that respect as well. So, yeah, salute to them. They also had Sir Jinx and Tony D. I mean, salute to them, man. Mm-hmm. 1991, Complex had DJ Quick for his own work, really, mainly. Who did I have? I had Q-Tip / Tribe for their work on Low End Theory. Who did you have?
I went with DJ Quick as well.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, I struggled a little bit, so I was just like...
Really?
Yeah, I struggled with it, so I went a little bit. I knew who the rest, but 92 I kind of struggled, so I went 91, so I struggled with, so I went with Quick. What about you?
Yeah, Q-Tip. But we've got Jazz alone? Yeah, nah, man.
Yeah, for the Low End Theory alone. Honorable mention for me was Dr. Dre for NWA and Deep Cover. DJ KG for his work with Naughty by Nature as well. Any other honorable mentions, boy?
I had
DJ
Deep
Quick.
Cover for
DJ
92
Quick?
and Dre.
Feel you. Cool. Well, 1992, Complex had Dr. Dre as the producer of the year. I think that's undeniable.
Yep.
Dr. Dre was the guy. Very much so. Anyone had any honorable mentions?
P Rock.
Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Pete Rock for sure. Yeah. Diamond D, DJ Muggs for Jump Around by House of Pain.
Eric Simon as well.
Yep, for sure. Primo as well for Gangstar. They dropped a good album that year.
I heard Primo as well.
1993, Complex had RZA. I mean, I think that's pretty undeniable.
Q-Tip.
Oh, for
Yeah, Q-Tip.
real?
Yeah, man.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I had Q-Tip, man. Midnight Marauders.
Swear.
I ain't getting away from that one, man. You ain't getting away from that one.
Nah,
Absolutely
I'm taking Enter the Wu-Tang.
I had Enter
I'm
the
taking
Wu, but I had Q-Tip.
Flames.
I thought you
Honorable
would.
mention.
I thought you both would.
I'm taking
Don't
Flames.
do that.
And
No, seriously, no, I thought you would.
I love Midnight Marauders. I love it, but you cannot deny 36 Chambers. Man.
I can't deny Midnight Marauders, bro.
I was with, which one you couldn't deny and I went with? You can't deny.
I gave RZA honourable mention, and I gave Dr. Dre as well for what he did on Doggy Style.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
yeah.
But I won't. You can't. Nah, Midnight Marauders. Nah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
I was close to Dre for a sec, you know. Because of Doggy Style. I can't lie, I was itching.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, which one do I prefer?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I can't do it.
I gave
I can't do it.
I gave Tip an honorable mention. I gave Dre an honorable mention. I also gave the Beat Miners honorable mention for their work with Black Moon.
Yeah.
Enter the Stage.
Yeah.
So salute to them. Now, 1994. This was
I feel like you have
this was a tricky one. This was a tricky one. Complex had Easy Mo B for his work with Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, Give Me the Loot, Warning and the What on Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die. I'm gonna start with you, Pete.
You know I had my guy Easy Mo B, man. You know I did though, man. Come on, man. That's my guy right there, man.
No, I had
Flavor in Your Ear, you ain't getting away from that, man.
I went for easy mode. I thought you was going to go for organized.
Itchy. Delicious. Skeevy.
Yo, don't look at
Delicious.
me. Don't look at me.
Give me goose, give me good. Oh damn! I know he's in Hollywood, but is he good? Oh, it's not fun anymore, is it? When you're being looked at, is it? Oh, really?
I was looking at the
Fuck
wall.
yeah, no. But yeah, I had Easy Mo B as well, man. I think Easy Mo B doesn't get enough credit anyway.
Bruv.
So he needs all the flowers. 1994 was definitely his year. Did you have Easy Mo B as well, Mo?
Yeah, come on now, Full House.
Good stuff.
Honorable mention, I had Primo for Sunrises in the East for J. Reed the Damager. I couldn't get away from that one. Come clean, Brooklyn took it. Yeah, nah, man. Stop it.
I hear that. I had a couple honorable mentions, to be fair.
Do you have Organized Noise?
I had Organized Noise. I had Warren G for Regulate. I also had every producer that produced on Illmatic because they deserve it. So that's Q-Tip, Pete Rock, Large Professor, Primo, and LES.
Okay.
I had all of them as well.
Remember when Nas used to work? Actually, you know what? Let's start.
Oh, don't do that, man. That was so unnecessary.
That was unnecessary. Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Stop telling me to not buy it. Anyway, 1995, Complex had RZA.
Okay, this is where it gets fun.
Who did you have?
I went with this because of, and I need to put in context why I went for this person.
Go on.
I feel like the age and the album they dropped, I put Havoc.
Okay.
And that's because, was it 17? 17 first album? 16?
Nah, 18, 19.
18, 19. Still back then, baby. And to drop that, I had to go with Havoc. I can't lie, so that's how I went with. I thought, let me switch it up. Give him the respect.
I had RZA.
Oh,
I had RZA as
Human
well.
Links, Return to the Church.
no, I hear you, and I hear you, but I just wanted to, because I go back to that album, I go back to Mob a lot more as well.
Yeah, but RZA back-to-back produced 3 classic albums,
He's a cheat
bro.
code, man. I'm sorry, he's a cheat code. He don't even make sense. I don't think he's human, but that's even another conversation.
And that's why he deserves to be the one, bro.
No, I
but,
hear you.
But Havoc did get an honorable mention for me.
Same.
The Beat Miners as well, again, for their work with Smith & Wesson.
Same.
And Jay Dilla for
Same.
passing-
Easy Mo B as well for his work on Me Against the World. Park's
Yes.
album. Yep.
Yes, I am. Temptations.
Yeah.
Great. 1996, Complex had... Who they have? They had Organized Noise for their work with AT Aliens, Outkast. Who did you have, guys?
I got two.
I had.
You got 2.
I got two. Yeah.
Who did you go with?
Daz Dillinger for his work on All Eyes on Me. This guy produced Scandalous, got my mind made up. I ain't mad at you. But you ain't getting.
I'll be honest with you, I had Daz.
And then he's gonna share it with Johnny J for also his work on.
You said it. You called it. You called it. You called it.
Ask me what year I had Daz. This same year. So I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Like, let's see if he tries to add Johnny J in it. Slightly, if he tries to attempt it.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna try, bro, but yeah, I did.
It had to be, though, innit? It had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then honorable mention, I had Organized Noise, have Questlove, and I also had Easy Mo B.
This guy's nasty.
Aye.
I said Johnny J, fam.
I had Organized Noise, and my honorable mention was the Fugees generally for the score.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great album.
Yeah.
And you had Daz and Johnny J.
I just had Daz.
Johnny J.
I just had Daz, I'll be honest with you. I didn't.
Oh, you had Daz. Okay,
I had
cool.
Johnny J.
Respect Johnny J.
I can't lie, I didn't.
Johnny J.
Yeah, me, I did not add Johnny J.
Respect Johnny
Yeah,
J.
me, I did not add Johnny J.
I did not. I mean, boy. 1997, Complex had the production group that Peter probably wishes he was part of. The Hitman.
He does.
All day.
For Life After Death and No Way Out.
All day.
Is that your number one?
day.
Yo, Full House.
All day.
Yeah, me, Full House it.
Full House? I had the Hitman as well.
Yeah.
I didn't have any honorable mention. Actually, no, I did. Actually, no. I had...
Oh.
It was a tie for me.
Oh.
It was the Hitman and Timberland.
What did Timbaland produce?
Super duper fly.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
yeah, I got a tie.
I can't tie them with the Hitman, man.
Yeah, I got.
You know why
I have to. I have to.
Off of Benjamin's alone.
But you know why he loses the tiebreak? Ask him why Timbo loses the tiebreak.
Why?
He had an album with Magoo that same year.
He did, to be fair. But he also did Can't Stand the Rain and
also-
flipping and Sock It To Me.
Yeah.
And They Don't Want to Fuck With Me and Beat Me 911. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But he
So-
had an album with Magoo.
He did. And that's something I realized when I was flipping doing my research.
Magoo
like,
had a banger though, man.
Hey, man.
Indian flute, bro.
Yeah, but what's the next year?
the next year is 1998. This was a tough one for me. But Complex had Beats by the Pound for their work with Master P. Make him say, na 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 na. And Silk the Shocker, It Ain't My Fault,
Absolutely not.
which I don't think I ever heard. Who did you have?
Organized Noise.
Organized Noise?
Criminal, bruv. Off of that alone, yeah, nah, man, I'm sorry.
I had Thing. Swiss.
Swizz?
Yeah.
For what?
Because he had, let me check, I've got it here as well. He had Banned from TV, he had Money Cash Holes, he had Rough Riders Anthem, and he had Dumb Majority, DMX Flesh of My Flesh. So I was like, let me go Swiss.
What, Swiss over Dame Grease? Dame Grease did It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, though.
They both did, didn't
They both did,
But I think Dame Grease did more, though.
potentially.
But
I know he done Flesh of My Flesh, a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, plus he had even the other little side songs he had as well. Banned from TV. Banned from TV was ridiculous.
Yeah, I had honorable mention for High Tech.
And he done Money
Black
Cash
Star.
Holes. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of high tech or organized noise. I had the Hitman, Dame Grease, and Swizz just generally like as a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, salute to those guys. 1999 we're now moving on to, and Complex had Dr. Dre on there as their guy
All day.
for the Slim Shady LP and Chronic 2001.
Yeah.
Full House, guys.
Full House with an honorable mention for Manny Fresh.
Good shout.
For what?
Bling bling.
I had an honorable mention.
I hate this guy, man. He created a whole word that he was. Imagine creating a whole word.
Bling bling.
Can you imagine?
I had an honorable mention for Timberland for his work with Jay, Missy, and The Locks as well. So salute to those guys. We now move on to the turn of the millennium, the year 2000. Complex had Earth Tone 3, which is Andre 3000, Big Boy, and Mr. DJ, basically for their whole work on the Stankonia album. What we got, boys?
I got Dilla.
Dilla.
Yeah, man.
I had no idea.
Fantastic Volume 2. He also did Commons like Water for Chocolate. Yeah, flawless production on both of those projects.
I had Earth Tone 3 with an honorable mention for Dr. Dre and Dilla.
House.
Full House?
I'm with you. Full House.
Feel you. Cool. All right, 2001 then.
And this is where my
It's heating up a bit more
where
now.
my guy appears.
It's heating up now. I feel like I feel like he's gonna turn up a lot in this one.
Bruv, I never knew how much.
Yeah, for real. So Complex had Kanye West as their number one producer, mainly for his work on the Blueprint. Thoughts, boys?
Yeah, I gave it to Ye as well.
Full House. Absolute Full House. Any honorable mentions?
Neptunes.
I had Just Blaze.
Just please. Yeah, that's what I had as well.
Sick. 02 then, speaking of Neptunes, Complex had the Neptunes for their pick for 2002. They did Justified, Justin Timberlake. They did Lord Willin by Clips. They did their own NERD album. They did Nori's Nothing, NSYNC's Girlfriend.
Homeboy, I came
to party.
Your
girl was looking at me.
This is probably...
No one knows the next part.
Say. That's where we check out. That's where we check.
talking sign language. Neptunes, like, just for their credentials this year, like Nelly Hot in Here, Buster Pastor Cavossier, Nori Nothing, all the albums they did,
It's just
Rockstar, Girlfriend, Mazza, man.
Yeah.
Absolute
Just all
Mazza.
two.
Yeah,
Just all two.
absolutely. I had honorable mentions for Just Blaze
Same.
and Kanye.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Lovely. 2003, Complex had Little John.
They're drunk. They're drunk.
Off the strength of Get Low alone.
They're drunk.
I mean, they were getting low, weren't it?
I had Ye.
You had Ye.
Yeah, I had Ye.
Actually, wait, 2003.
That's when.
2003.
That's when.
Just Blaze.
That's when the album drops.
I gave it to Just Blaze.
I had a three-way tie. I had Just Blaze, Kanye, and the Heatmakers.
That's fair.
Yeah, Just Blaze and Ye.
Just Blaze and
An honorable mention for
I had Just Blaze as my honorable mention, so kind of balance it out. I really want to give Just Blaze one as well, which kind of hurt.
This guy did Dipset. I really mean it, bro.
I really mean it. So.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I couldn't decide between the three, so I
But
just
then
gave them.
Kanye's first album dropped that year, so what do we do, guys?
No, it came out 2004, no?
Was it 04?
Yeah.
04.
But that's a lovely segue into 2004.
Well, that's-
Complex had Kanye West on there for their number one. Thoughts, guys?
Same. Honorable mention, Neptunes and Madlib.
Yep.
Honorable mentions for me: Neptunes,
Neptunes.
Madlib, and MF Doom for Food. So salute to those guys. You had Ye as well.
Yeah.
Any honorable mentions?
Neptunes.
Sick. 05. It's a two-peat for Mr. Kanye West for B by Common and Late Registration, his own album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Full House.
all day. Full House. Honorable mentions.
Just Blaze.
I had an honorable mention for DJ Paul and Juicy J off the strength of Stay Fly. Love that song. 2006. Complex had Toomp for T.I.'s What You Know and Jeezy's I Love It. I had J Dilla
Same.
off the strength of Donuts.
Same.
Mo?
I had Tump, but I had Dilla as an honorable mention.
You, Dilla, honorable mention.
What can I say from? I like to expand. Don't do that, guys. Look, I'm not him.
Look at growth.
I'm not him. I'm putting it. I'm not him.
My honorable mention was Neptunes for what they did with Clips, Hell Have No Fury.
Oh, that's
Feel
a
you.
good shout. That's a good shout.
Feel you. Cool. 2007 then.
I hate this guy.
Kanye West again For 2007, Graduation and Common's Finding Forever.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
top of a bunch of other things. Full House?
Full House.
Wow.
Full House. Honorable mentions, anyone?
No.
I didn't have anyone, you know.
I gave Soldier Boy an honorable mention for Crank That. Come on, man. You can't deny that. It's simple as hell, but that thing was everywhere.
But I was bugging. You know what? Never mind.
What, you were bugging with what?
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, if you're going to mention Chief Keef, you can't.
Hey, man, what can I say? His DJ's coming up. No, I'm joking.
Feel you. I also had Exile.
Okay.
Exile
Oh,
for Blue and Exiles Above the Heavens.
Yeah. Okay.
So salute to
That's a good
Exile
shout.
as well. Okay, 2008. Complex had Drummer Boy for Jeezy's Put On and T.I.'s What Up, What's Happening. What's happening? Boys,
Yay.
I had Ye as
Yay.
well. I had Ye as well.
I had Ye as well.
808s
yeah.
of Heartbreak, Swagger Like Us.
He had Comfortable.
Oof, I
Can't-
can't-
Comfortable. And he had one other song on that album.
Let the beat build.
Let the beat build. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, man?
He was able to do 808s, but also give us Let the Beat Build. Come
And
on,
then just
man.
give Comfortable on some dash throwaway thing. Here, just take it.
You feel me?
Just take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Honorable mention was Q-Tip for the Renaissance.
Feel you? My honorable mention, as we're talking about the Carter 3, Bangladesh
I had
for a milli.
Yeah, he had a good run. He actually had a good run.
Yeah, man.
Couple dance, a few for Joe Budden as well, innit? I'm bugging.
I can't remember.
Feel you. 2009, Complex had Noah 40 Shabib, or otherwise known as 40,
I agree.
for introducing the world to Drake. So far gone.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm giving it to 40 as well.
I ain't got no issues with that.
No issues with that at all. Cool. Moving swiftly on to 2010. Complex had Lex Luger for BMF, 9 Piece, and MC Hammer for Rick Ross, and See Me Now by Ye. I had Ye
Yeah.
off the strength of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's it.
Honorable mention, Rock Marcy for Marsburg.
Salute to Rock Marciano.
To salute.
Salute. He had to do
Yeah,
that.
I mean-
He had to give the hand movements. Feel you. I gave Lex Luger a honorable mention. I also gave Tyler the Creator an honorable mention for Bastard and Earl by Earl Sweatshirt. The beginning of the Odd Future Renaissance. Moving swiftly on to 2011. It is 40 again for Complex for his work on Take Care. As much as I hate Take Care, I gave it to 40 as well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
I won't lie, it was between him and Kanye. I might edge it to Kanye just because of the couple of songs he done on Watch the Throne. I preferred all of the songs he produced over Take Care anyway. So I'm actually going to stick with that and give it to Kanye West. Not 40, sorry.
no, fair enough.
So Kanye's got, what, 3 years in a row for me now?
Boy.
Jeez.
Pretty much. Or maybe even more.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll give it to Kanye over 40 for me, with 40 being my honorable mention.
Ye gets an honorable mention for me. Hit Boy also gets an honorable mention for me for his gig in Paris. Clams Casino also gets another honorable mention for me as well for his work with ASAP Rocky and basically popularizing cloud rap for the masses. Any honorable mentions, B?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Feel you. Cool. 2012. Complex had Mike Will Made It for No Lie by 2 Chainz, Bands Make a Dance by Juicy J, Turn on the Lights by Future, Good Music Mercy, and Trap Back I'm Up by Gucci Mane.
That's a good shout, but no. I gave it to Rock Marciano for his work on Reloaded.
Feel you.
Fair enough. I went for... It was between Hit Boy. It was between Hit Boy and Michael Made It. I was struggling between the two, but I don't mind Michael Made It, but my honorable mention will be Hit Boy. Because from what I know, I think he done Click and a few other songs. So
Feel you.
Hit Boy will be right there for me.
I had 2. I had Hit Boy and Young Chop.
Why would you have Young Chop, Yemi?
Young Chop.
Please tell me. Because I was going to say Young... I was saving him to the end. But you tell me why you had Young Chop or something.
I had Young Chop off the strength of Chief Keef's I Don't Like and Love Salsa.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And I had Hit Boy off the strength of his work with ASAP Rocky,
Goldie, innit?
Goldie, Kendrick, Backseat Freestyle, Good Music, just his general work there as well.
Hit Boy
So
might
it's-
take, yeah.
An honorable mention goes to Mike Will Made It for the reasons that Complex stated. We now,
Both guy with Hit Boy.
I went for Hit Boy and Young Chop, so it's a 2-way for me.
Fair enough.
We now move on to 2013. Complex had That Man Again, Kanye West for Yeezus and Pusha T's My Name Is My Name.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Numbers on the board.
Numbers on the board.
I went for anyone else.
Anyone else?
Anyone else other than Kanye for that year.
Why?
I hated Jesus. I literally give it. I looked at Michael Made It. Michael Made It had maybe 3 or 4 songs. Give it
You
to
a
Michael
hater.
Made It. Yeezus was terrible
You a hater.
in every shape, form, or fashion.
Honorable mention was 40 though. For nothing was the same.
I got 40 as well.
You know who didn't make my honorable mentions? Kanye West.
For you. I also had Zaytoven for Versace by Migos.
Oh, fair.
And Mike Will for Ace Hood's Bugatti.
That was a big song as well.
But it was a very big song. Still goes up. We now move on to 2014. Complex's choice was Mike Will Made It Again for Future's Move That Dope and Ray Shremmerd's introduction with No Type and No Flex Zone.
Oh, thanks.
Who do we have, lads?
I got Madlib for Pinata.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had Mike Will with an honorable mention to Madlib.
Okay.
I had Mike Will with honorable mention to Mustard. 'Cause that's
Cool.
when he first come out, and then he had a first. I remember, you know what's funny? Mustard was a debate of a few of our issues. I think Drake's will remember in the group chat of whether he's going to last or not. And Ozzy was like, he has no legs at all because there was no way he's going to last.
Here we are.
You think he lost?
I mean, he did his bit.
Is he about anymore? Impressive him.
He tried his best.
Hey, salute to him.
He tried his best.
Hey, man, salute to him.
We move. 2015 now. Complex's choice was Metro Boomin for Thought It Was a Drought by Future and Drake and Future's Jumpman. Who do we have, lads?
I gave it to Soundwave
Same.
for his work on To Pimp a
Pimp a
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
But I gave Metro Boomin honorable mention.
I gave it to both Metro and Soundwave. With an honorable mention to Boy Wonder
Yep, same.
for his work with Drake.
Yeah.
Who did you have, Will? Well,
I agreed with him.
Soundwave?
Soundwave.
Sick. Yeah, man. Salute to Soundwave, man.
You have to give it to him, though. I'm sorry, man. What are we doing here, bro?
Salute to Soundwave. Salute to Soundwave. Cool. 2016. It is another one for Complex for Metro Boomin. For his work with 21 Savage, Savage Mode, Father Stretch My Hands with Kanye, and Bad and Bougie by Migos. I gave it to Metro as well.
Same.
P?
I gave it to Knowledge for his work on No Worries of Anderson Paak and Mac Homie.
That's fair.
For you.
Can I just say to the audience, as the years go on, I just want to see you guys visualize who Peter Peaks and tell me as the years go on, do you see a pattern?
Now, he's very much...
Thank you very much.
He's very much resisting the urge to name mainstream producers.
Brother, have you realized as the years goes on, he's just disagreeing left, right, and center?
Yeah,
What do you mean, man?
Fully.
I like it.
We was all agreeing in the 90s.
We were
Now this guy's pulling out producers out of the thin air now.
Yeah, once you reach the 2010s, that's when it started to fall. off the
Wow.
cliff.
Yeah, that's hilarious to me. I can't lie. That's hilarious.
I gave Knowledge an honorable mention as well. I also gave Mike Will an honorable mention for Black Beatles by Ray Shremmerd and his co-production with Beyonce on Formation. And I also gave Ye an honorable mention for The Life of Pablo.
Cool.
Okay.
Who was yours, Mo?
Kanye, but no one really. No one. I don't think it was a great year.
It was alright.
It was alright.
It was okay.
I can't lie. It's gonna go down that trend, unfortunately.
We move.
No one wants to give J. Cole an honorable mention at any point. Fair enough. Worth a try. Worth a try.
Complex's choice for 2017 was No ID for Jay-Z's 444 album. Who do we have, lads?
I agree.
You agreed?
Yeah.
I agree too. I agree. Actually, no. It's a 3-way tie for me. No ID, Metro Boomin, and Pierre Bourne.
Oh,
Pierre Bourne gave us Magnolia by Playboy Carti, and Metro Boomin gave us Mask Off for Future. So I give it to all 3 of them.
I've got no idea.
No ID?
Yeah, in a landslide.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Cool. Moving now to 2018. Complex's choice was Tay Keith.
What these things are?
Thank you. For Sicko Mode, Non-Stop by Drake, and Block Boy JB's Look Alive. It shocked me that Look Alive is that old.
Fam.
I feel like it was released the other day.
Look at land.
I still do the dance.
Actually do when we go out as well.
You know what I'm saying? Who do we have, lads, for 2018?
I wasn't mad at it.
I gave it to Tay Keith and Kanye.
I wasn't mad at it. I
I
went with
got
Take
time.
Keith.
I got Ye and Rock Marcy.
You see, as the time goes on, guys,
Rock Marcy.
Yeah.
What did Rock Marcy do in 2018?
what?
Rosebud's Revenge 2, Behold the Dark Horse. Yeah, nah, man.
He did a bit.
Fantastic production on both of those.
He did a bit. Yeah.
Salute to him.
I was going to give it to Ye just because he had that whole 7-song album run.
Yeah.
But you can't overlook Tay Keith as well. Just because.
No, I gave him an honorable mention.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I gave Cardo an honorable mention for his work on God's Plan by Drake. Cool. 2019 now. Complex's choice. My guy, Madlib, for his work with Freddie Gibbs on Bandana. I agree, obviously.
I agree.
I had to agree
Why did you have to agree?
because I listened to Bandana and I get it. Music wasn't really popping back then, so
in 2019.
I'm just fishing. I'm just trying to get an argument at someone. Yeah, but I give it to him as well. Salute to Mad Liv.
Don't play.
Honorable mention to Rock Marciano once
Oh my
more.
days.
Yeah, man.
Who knew you could produce like this?
I didn't give.
Marcialago.
I ain't got no honorable mentions. But salute to Rock
You don't
Marcy.
add Rock Marciano to your
Salute to
honorable mention?
salute to Rock Marcy.
What can I say?
Sure.
Salute to him.
Anyway, 2020, Complex's choice was Hit Boy
Full House.
for his work on Nas's King's Disease, Big Sean's Detroit 2, and Benny the Butcher's Burden of Proof.
Full house.
It's a full house.
Full House.
It is a full house. Honorable mention for me goes to The Alchemist
Same.
and Rock Marcy.
Yes.
Oh!
Big up.
Oh!
Alchemist for Alfredo with Freddie Gibbs, and Rock Marcy for Reasonable Drought with Stove God Cooks. So, yeah, gotta give it to him. And now we move on to the final year, 2021. Complex gave it to The Alchemist. I mean, he just did a lot last year. Haram with Arm & Hammer, Bo Jackson with Bodie James, Super Tecmo Bo with Bodie James, Carry the Fire, This Thing of Ours 2, Rapper's Best Friend 6, and Cycles, which are all his own releases. What do we think, boys?
I gave it to Hit Boy.
I gave it to Alchemist and Hit Boy.
Ah, fair enough.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's a tie.
I can't get away from Hit Boy's production on Nas's album.
That's why I gave it to Hit Boy.
For Speechless alone,
For Speechless, The Truth, Death Row East.
Death Row East.
Yeah, man.
I gave it to Hit Boy.
Yeah, there's no way you can't overlook those two, for sure. I mean, Alchemist and Hit Boy, they've reached like new levels, like in and of their own.
Yeah.
So, gotta give it to them, man. But yeah, man,
Did we really just do that?
we really did.
We really just go through 30.
It wasn't that hard, was
32
it?
years of history and
mad, isn't it?
knocked down which we
100%,
our
man.
producer was year by year.
I think the main lesson I've learned is that, you know, depending on the year, sometimes the strength of a single outweighs the strength of an album.
Facts.
Especially as we get closer to, especially during like the mid 2010s as well. Like we had like the Mike Wills and the Hit Boys and the Lex Lugers and the Tumps and the Cardos and all those guys off the strength of singles rather than actual bodies of work. But sometimes you can't deny just how impactful one single is, and that is what can jettison someone to being a producer of the year.
it's the other way around for me.
I was just about to say that because
I'm always gonna look at
Soundwave
albums,
is
man.
Soundwave is literally the other way around.
Yeah.
He gave us that album.
Mhm.
There was bare singles that came out of the year.
Yeah.
So it's just depending on what the album is. If the album is one of those ones,
Yeah.
it can outweigh
Oh, for sure.
10 singles.
Oh, for sure.
The only hurt I had is I really wanted to give Just Blaze a year. Like I really wanted to give him a year.
What year would you have given him?
O2 was up there. Feel like O2. Was it O2? Trying to think back. I got my notes somewhere. Feel like O2.
What did he do in 02?
Trying to remember here. Let me go back. I got my notes.
I was tempted to give him and Ye 01.
Yeah, I had him on 01. I had him in 01. But I feel like I've got his notes here. I had him in 01 and 02 as honorable mention.
Feel you.
But I wanted to give him a year, man. Just Blaze is one. I love Just Blaze.
I didn't think Rob Marcy would appear as much as he did, to be fair.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, who knew? Man of many talents.
That's a rep.
I mean, clearly, you are you're a Marsburger.
You know what I learned?
What?
A Marsburger, I don't know. They
You
just
know
came
what I
out.
learned? Ask me what I learned.
What did you learn?
If a man can add Johnny J to his list, he is capable of anything.
Sicko
He
mode.
might
Now
be-
that is sicko
He
mode.
might be a murderer. When
That
you
is
add
sicko
Johnny
mode.
J with a straight face.
That is sicko mode for
Hey,
sure.
man. Salute to Johnny J.
You
though,
probably
boys.
enjoyed some Johnny J tunes.
I know Johnny J. He was in. I know who Johnny J is. The little white face
What are
you.
you talking about?
But it's just funny the way you added him.
Had to.
Adi does. You added Johnny J. We balanced each other out here.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, what can I say?
Had to.
All eyes on me. Sorry.
There you go.
That's a great list, though, guys. I feel
That
like
was good.
Didn't take too long.
Nah,
did it?
It didn't take too long.
I told you.
No, because that was a beautiful panned way.
Listen, man, we move.
Hey,
Anyway, salute to Complex for compiling that list. I think if it's not too hard, we should reconvene and do a UK version. But
starting 2005.
starting from 2000
and 5.
and 5. Nah. We could do 2000.
All right, cool. So
We could do 2000. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
let's
I'm
do it.
down.
Let's do it.
Let's reconvene next episode. Let's do our research and let's do it.
All right, facts. Now, can I ask something?
Go true.
No one showed up on this list more than Kanye, right?
Yes.
Go.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know when you sit down and you break it like that? Bro, this guy had what, 7 out of
Because I was
30
thinking the same
years?
thing when I was doing my research.
And he was on honorable mention of what the next fight.
Yeah,
he
he's the
appeared on at least 12 of my 32 or 13 of my 32.
He's the GOAT.
Bro, that's ridiculous.
And that was
man.
just hip hop.
And that's just hip hop.
He's the GOAT.
That's what I was thinking as I was reading it. As I was doing my list.
Over Dr. Dre.
Yo, Dr. Dre stopped appearing after the 90s.
He did.
He stopped appearing.
He did.
And I respectfully, out of the 90s, he only appeared on 4 of my list.
It's yay, man.
And he only appeared on what, 4 of your list, Dre? Respectfully.
And to tie it all back to the Chief Keef conversation, Dre's a pioneer and a legend.
Yeah.
Kanye, he's a pioneer of sorts, but when he came true, he wasn't necessarily a pioneer. He was kind of bringing back the soul samples.
Yeah.
He then went on to become a pioneer and a legend. So, yeah, man.
Can I ask you a question? Is Jermaine Defoe a legend?
A Premier League legend?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Is Thierry Henry a legend? Thierry Henry.
Yes.
You see how you can I could compare those two,
Mm-hmm.
but one's on a much bigger scale.
Yes.
Cool. Then why can't it be in simple life that Jay-Z is here? And I'm just saying Chief Keef is a little old legend
He's not a
on
legend.
the bottom scale.
He's not a, that's the difference is
he's not a legend.
the difference is he's not a legend.
I'm backing Chief here, innit? When you started drill, I'm giving you your flowers.
The difference
Salute
is he's
to
not a
you, sir.
legend. He's not a legend.
Old black.
Stop staring at the camera.
I need them to understand me.
No, I feel you. But no, Ye is definitely the GOAT.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. As I was doing,
I'm not ready to commit to that. He's my favorite producer. I'm just not ready to say he's the GOAT.
Fair enough.
as I was doing the list, it became apparent to me he's the goal.
I think he has, other than maybe like Dre, maybe Primo to an extent, some of the 90s producers, the longest longevity when it comes to like producing, like from 01 to now.
No, if we're being
Or
respectful,
even before that as well, because he was producing for the Mad Rapper as
if
well.
we're being
and-
honest, his run is longer than Dre's. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being
it's-
honest,
it's-
then we should probably say that.
Dre didn't produce.
In the last like 5 years, Ye hasn't really been producing. He's had people producing.
And what about Dre? What about Dre? If we're doing that conversation,
I'm not talking about.
you see how if you want to start
I'm
that
talking about
conversation,
Ye. Yeah, but just
you're acting
not-
like Dre don't have those. Like Dre, from what I heard,
He said
the
that
whispers
Ye,
in
yeah,
the
but he
room.
said Ye was the greatest,
Yeah, but
and he said that
Listen,
from way
I
back
really-
then up until now.
I
So
don't
I just
think-
thought it was important to say.
I personally think that just because you don't just make the beat yourself doesn't then kind of strike anything off your record.
then Puff should be higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he should be.
he should be, but you don't have him on your list.
He should be.
Hitman.
Oh, you had him on your list.
That's his
Yeah,
creation.
no, just didn't remember you had them.
But when does Puff hasn't?
All about the Benjamin. Anyway,
Yeah, he had like what? How long would you say his run was?
who?
Puff.
From like
90.
93, 4, because he's doing some early Mary J stuff. I think he done some Jodeci
You
stuff.
go from 93 to
about 93 to
the
about.
last 7 years. Take 7 years from like 20. When was the last popping?
Remember the early 2000s?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, about-
7, 8 years.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
7 years. Nah, I've longer than that maybe.
Yeah, he's got double
I'll give him
that.
about a decade. Diddy's had about a strong decade plus.
Has he?
Yeah.
Consistently?
Not consistently, but he don't need to, that's why. I don't think anyone's been as consistent as Ye. Nobody. You're not going to give me another producer.
I agree.
Consistent as Ye. Never. I feel like the consistency has now stopped.
Consistency, longevity,
I think it's stopped now.
impact.
But do you think there were better producers than Ye?
Producers just as in single
Potentially.
standalone.
Beatmakers,
Yeah.
producers.
Oh, yeah.
But when we talk GOAT, we're just talking about consistency.
Okay,
Everything
fine.
else, Ye's the GOAT to me, man.
Yeah.
This list just
Timbaland?
This list showed me. He's in my top 5.
He's a better producer than you,
He's definitely-
I'd say.
Would you say he's more of a pioneer than Ye? Because we've seen people do what Ye did before him, but I don't know if in fact, we haven't seen anyone do what Timbaland did before Timbaland. Timbaland started bringing in like baby sounds and shit.
He really did,
This
it.
guy was producing hits for Genuine with like baby sounds. The fuck?
Salute to Jenny, man. Salute to Jenny.
I think he definitely like, I don't know if pioneer is the right word, but he definitely introduced like a sound. Like that early Missy Elliott sound, just the general sound. And the fact that he was like, it wasn't like samples. It wasn't just any of that stuff. I mean, it was samples, but it wasn't like chopping soul samples and looping them like all these others would. So in that respect, he definitely changed a lot in that respect. Ah, fuck it. We'll give him a pioneer. Why not?
You don't have to. I'm just asking a question.
Nah, let's give it to him. Fuck it. Off the strength of Super Duper Fly alone, he deserves it. He deserves legendary status just off that. But for me, Ye, even if he isn't the greatest producer per se, in terms of actual beat making, he is the greatest producer for sure.
I agree. And this list showed it.
And that's that on that.
And that's that on that.
Cool. Well, another episode in the books, lads.
Hey, man.
Indeed.
God is good all the time.
All the
All time, God is good. Thank you everyone for listening and watching. Any shout outs you guys want to make?
Clear the soul. Happy birthday. Know what I mean? Got to see
Yo.
the Queen real quick.
That mother glow is glowing.
It's glowing, isn't it?
Glowing.
Yeah, man.
Listen,
That glow is really glowing.
salute Inflow.
For real. Man.
Salute to Inflow. You want to shout outs, Mo?
No shout outs. Well, good.
Shout out Jermaine Defoe.
Shout out to Chief Keef.
Yeah. Shout out Jermaine Defoe.
Shout out to Chief Keef. Always.
Shout out to Jermaine Defoe, who recently retired. Legend of the game, legend of the Premier League. Yeah, man, you'll be remembered, bro. I also want to shout out Triple H as well. He announced his retirement from wrestling
He's lying.
today.
He's lying.
He had a heart attack, bro. He's got a defibrillator in his
When
chest.
did he have a heart attack?
Like last year.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Pain.
You never heard that?
Triple H had a, why would I know Triple H had a heart attack?
Do you not still watch wrestling?
Nah.
I thought you
Yeah,
did.
he had a heart attack. So he formally retired today. We're recording this on Friday, and he retired.
He was shit anyway, bro. It's kind of overrated for him.
No, whoa.
He was slightly overrated.
No,
Whoa.
Triple H was overrated.
Greatest villain of all time.
he wasn't overrated.
Not to me.
Greatest villain of all time.
Not to me.
Who is?
Not to me. Me, personally.
Yeah.
Greatest villain.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up the podcast and then we'll talk about it.
Oh, what's going now?
Okay, cool. Wait. Hold on. Greatest villain.
Him or Vince McMahon?
Ricky Man's above him. Randy. I prefer Randy
Nah,
Orton.
you're bugging.
Wrestler.
I prefer Randy Orton as a
You're
villain.
bugging.
As a villain.
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
bugging.
Drake, chat to your mans, bro.
I'm sorry. I really think Triple H is overrated, and I'll tell you why.
Nah.
And
Sorry.
if we're being honest here, he blocked the black man. So what are we doing here? Like, what are we really? Yeah, keep that in the podcast now. Keep that in.
No, we'll keep it in.
He blocked the black man. Triple H blocked him.
He blocked a lot of people.
But who did he block? Black people. He blocked Booker. He blocked my boy, The Rock. I feel like he blocked the Usos.
How did he
I
block
don't
The
know.
Rock?
From what I heard, the rumors in the windmill, The Rock was meant to win the championship, and he cop blocked the set. Legit, from what I heard, Triple H has blocked a few people becoming champion.
He low-key wore blackface as well.
He wore blackface,
Not as much as X-Pac, though.
and that was that not his teammate?
It was.
Cool, one for all.
It was ill-advised.
I'm telling you.
But that to the
Triple H is
side.
overrated, man. Triple H. We're gonna have a conversation about this one day. Triple H is severely overrated. I don't care what anyone says. He's not in my top 5.
No way.
You're not seeing my top 5. You're not better than Stone Cold. You're not
As a villain.
as anything.
All right, cool.
You're not better than Eddie Guerrero.
We're talking just as a villain,
You're not
bro.
better than CM Punk. You're not better than The Rock. You're not better. Come on. You're
He's
not better than
definitely
Shawn Michaels.
Nah, you're bugging.
You're not better than Mr. Perfect. I can really get heated here. Triple H is not all that. One little pedigree, bow, move, man. Go away. I really don't like Triple H. Go away. I really don't like Triple H. I swear. I sincerely don't like this brother.
Clearly.
I think he's so overrated. It's ridiculous.
He's not overrated.
He's not overrated.
It's time to play the game. Go away, man. You're too old for that dumb shit
let's
as well.
wrap up, man.
He's got one of the best theme songs ever as well.
I'll give you that.
I mean, listen, we'll talk about it, innit? Also want to send a RIP to another wrestling legend, the legendary Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall, who left us this last week or last week.
Last week.
At the age of 60, was it 3?
The
63?
coolest brother in the world, man.
63, 64. Yeah, man.
The bad guy,
the
man.
bad guy.
Rest in peace to
Coolest
You know,
brother.
one of the most important wrestlers of all time. You know, he sparked the Monday Night Wars. He sparked the whole NWO angle. And yeah, man, for being the bad guy alone. Yeah, man. What was his quote? I kind of want to end on this quote as well because it's just so great. The rhyme that he had at the Hall of Fame speech.
Remember someone had a great bio about Razor Ramon.
Something about good guys not lasting, but bad guys do.
Exactly.
Was that
Yeah.
a quote?
Something like that.
It was something like that.
So-
I'm gonna get it up. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get it up.
yeah.
I'm gonna get it
Someone
up.
had a great bar, including Razor Ramon. I think the bar was like, I let toothpick in your head, Razor Ramon, which was kind of
Who was
mad.
that?
Susef.
That's hard. That's fucking hard.
That's where he made it.
Yeah.
Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad things don't last, but bad guys do.
Hey, man.
And on that note, thank you to everyone for listening. We'll see you soon. Take care. Stay blessed. And peace.